Hey everyone, we're here with the introduction to window coverings, window fashions, window treatments, blinds, shades, shutters, films, drapery, exterior deck screens. There's so many options. How do you know what to choose? We're here today to take you through some of those various styles and options. And if you need any more information on anything you see in this video, please reach out or check out some of our other videos. Some people call them blinds, some people call them shades, some people call them shutters, some people call them window treatments, window fashions, window decor. There's a lot of different terminology in this industry and a lot of complexity. Depending on who you're talking to can sometimes get confusing. So for the purpose of this video, we're gonna simplify things. We're gonna talk about shades, we're gonna talk about blinds, we're gonna talk about draperies, we're gonna talk about hard treatments, we're gonna talk about window films, and that's it. So let's start with shades. Now behind me you see several different styles of shades. There's roller shades, banded shades, and sheer shades. And there's also Roman shades or woven wood shades, which we'll take a look at in a minute. Roller shades are by far the most universal product. Almost everybody that manufactures shade shutters and blinds is gonna have something that looks like this. It's typically one of the better price points. We can do large spans as a single piece, and it's minimalist and doesn't make a lot of design impact in the space. One of the downsides of roller shades is that you don't get the same level of variable light control that you do with some of the other shading products because they're either up or down. Now, while it's true that a roller shade can have dual layer where one's a light filtering, one's a blackout, or one's a sheer and one's a semi-opaque, you don't get the ability to really control how much light's coming into a space by tilting a vane or overlapping a band like you do with some of the other styles. That's why the banded shade has taken off in recent years and is a very popular product. It's close in the price point to a roller shade. It doesn't do as wide of spans, but it does give you that variable light control by being able to overlap the bands and determine how much light is coming into the space versus how much privacy you're getting. Now, the best product for doing variable shading would be the sheer shades. And there's two different styles there. There's the horizontal and the pirouette. The sheer horizontal is actually made by several different fabricators. And there's lots of different opacities of the sheer on the front, the sheer on the back, the size of the vane, and the opacity of the vane as well. That being said, this can be a little bit more of a fussy or high maintenance product because sometimes debris or dust and bugs can get in between the vanes. However, don't let that scare you away. This is by far one of the most beautiful and soft window treatments available, as is this one over here. The pirouette style is actually only made by one company, and it has almost no equal in the market in terms of how much you can see through the sheer. So if we're looking for something that really gives us that indoor-outdoor look, creates that softness in the space, and can create daytime privacy, sheer shades are the way to go. Now, another style that fits into the shades category is actually Roman shades. Roman shades have gained a ton of popularity the last few years because of this movement back towards all things organic and natural. And so for that reason, we actually bundle in woven wood shades in that category as well. So we consider both fabrics and woven woods to fit into the Roman category. Now, similar to roller shades, unfortunately with this product, it's usually either up or down. You can get them in some scenarios where they have dual layer, so an unlined semi-sheer or sheer material in the front, and then a privacy or a blackout liner in the back. But for the most part, there isn't that variable shading like we see with other products. They're either up or they're down. Now with Romans, they can come in woven wood or they can come in fabric. If we do them in fabric, they can come with the studio bar sewn into the front or the batten in the front. They can come with a batten in the back. They can come flat style where there's no batten at all, or they can even come in a hobbled or a teardrop style. Roman shades are a great solution if we're looking to add a little bit more organic, a little bit more warmth, a little bit more texture to the space. But keep in mind there are some cons. The price point's up there, and there aren't as many fabricators that actually make this product. When it comes to custom Roman shades, like this one here, what's great is that we can tie the fabric in with the draperies because it's made out of the same material. So let's say we want to have some drapery side panels or operable drapery in the living room and have the kitchen be the exact same fabric. We can do that with Roman shades. Now, one of the last styles of shades is honeycomb or cellular shades. A lot of people refer to these as blinds, but technically blinds are usually a hard treatment like a faux wood, a real wood blind, or aluminum slat. And honeycombs and some of the other products we looked at are particularly made of polyester. Now, one of the things that makes honeycomb such a great shade in that product category is it gives you three big benefits that a lot of the other options don't. So number one is the top down, bottom up. It's one of the only products that you're able to go two-way and have that privacy and light control coming in from the top of the window. It creates the most energy efficiency in the space because of the honeycomb structure and creating an insulation barrier between the glass and the home. And it has the tightest fit of any product for a blackout without a side channel or drapery on top. So honeycombs are a great option because you have that tightest fit for a blackout. You have the top down, bottom up functionality, and they're the most energy efficient product. Shutters are a category that's not going away anytime soon. They've been around for a really long time. And there's basically 3 different ways that you can do shutters: PVCs and polymers, composites, and real woods. The benefits of PVCs and polymers is they're a little bit better price point, they're lighter weight. Composites, which is a blend of PVC and wood, you'll typically be able to do a few more different color variations and they're a little bit more robust. And then real wood is great because it has that warmth, that texture, and we can do custom paint stains. So we can have a very specific color of paint, or we can even have a very specific stain if we want to match the trim or the wall color exactly on the shutter. With all of those different styles, there's lots of different looks to the louvers: 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5 inch vanes. Different looks to the tilt bar, different styles of hinges, and a lot of different frames depending on if it's an inside, an outside, or a direct mount application. We like to pair horizontal shades or typical blinds in that category. So we call shutters and blinds horizontal just to keep it easy. Venetian blinds, the 1-inch metal blinds, are no longer being produced after the new regulations have come into force and effect. And for the most part, when we're looking at a traditional blind, it's going to be made of either faux wood, real wood, or composite, just like shutters, and they typically come in a 2 or a 2.5 inch vane. Almost all of the new control systems are completely cordless, where you're pushing it up and down, and we're using a wand to tilt the vanes open and closed. One of the most versatile products out on the market, and one of the products that we get asked questions about a lot, is custom drapery or curtains. There's a lot of complexity that goes into this product category. That's why we have a video just on drapery. But there's essentially 4 key features. What kind of track or rod system are we hanging the draperies on? What's the opacity? Is it unlined, sheer, or semi-sheer? Is it lined with semi-opaque privacy liners or blackout liners? What is the pleat, the header, and the fullness, the actual look of the drapery, and what type of fabric are we using? To go really deep on all of that, check out our other video, but that's basically the essential features of drapery. Next up, we have window films. So window films are actually technically also a window covering or window treatment. And well, like a lot of these products, it can be really complex. There's really just privacy films and decorative films, or solar films. Privacy films and decorative films are doing that, creating privacy through the glass, and window films are being used to cut heat or UV. Check out a few of the different styles in our other video. So as I mentioned in the beginning, whether you're calling them window fashions or window treatments or window coverings, blinds, shades, shutters, there are a lot of different products on the market. And depending on the use case, the application, the budget, and the style that you're going for, you need to try and find the perfect fit. We're here to help. Check out some of our other videos on all of the products that we jumped in today. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.